Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Mark Allen. You know, we've all been in cars that smell like dirty socks or even worse. Now it comes from bacteria, mold, or fungi that grows in the evaporator case of the air conditioner. And don't worry, I don't know where that is either. We're going to show you though where that is in just a couple of minutes. Now what was really scary is that only a small fraction of cars with air conditioners have an odor problem. But literally every car with an air conditioner has the bacteria, the mold, and the fungi growing in it. Every car. That means your car.
Well, the air you breathe inside your car can make you sick, so there are new products being developed to kill that bacteria growing in the air conditioning system. Our A-Team car expert Steve Parker has details this morning.
Air pollution and emissions. A lot of it gets caught right in the evaporator of our air conditioning systems. It can smell bad, it can make us sick. Well, a small company in Anaheim has come up with a solution which they say can turn this into this. A recent study out of Georgia State University showed that out of 32 cars tested, each one had an air conditioning system infested with mold and bacteria. A number of new techniques have been developed to help clean your air conditioning system. One of them is called DWD2. A technician sprays a special foam into your air conditioner's evaporator. What it does is it kills the bacteria that causes the odors and the germs that cause illness. Now look at that. That white foam is the cleanser being forced through the evaporator, but check out all that gunk it's forcing out with it. That spores and germs and mold and mildew. You'd be breathing that otherwise right through your air conditioning system. So what's the price for this miracle treatment? Well, it costs about $100, takes about 15 minutes, and it does work. You should get your car treated once or twice a year, and soon most auto dealerships will have the equipment to provide this service. Now, isn't this appetizing? Actually, this is the gunk we just sucked out of that evaporator. And now here's a suggestion. The next time you get your air conditioning system serviced, call the dealer first. See if they offer something like DWD2. Maybe then the air inside your car can be clean to breathe too. I'm Steve Parker, part of the useful team for CBS 2 News.
Ew.
Yes.
I'm convinced. 549.
Remember how kids sneeze when you turn on the air conditioning? We always thought it was just dust. Now we know better. We are sensitizing our children and ourselves with all this garbage we blow into our faces every day. Is it any wonder that we see so much respiratory illness and allergies nowadays? It just isn't healthy.
Coming up, is your car's air conditioner blowing a health hazard?
It's a breeding ground for mold, mildew, and bacteria.
In the health center, protecting yourself from sick car syndrome. Later.
The evaporator core is that part of the air conditioner system that cools the air before it comes out of the vents. In cooling the air, the evaporator core also dehumidifies the air. That is, it takes water out of the air as condensation. That is what comes out of the drain of the evaporator core and makes the puddle of water under your car when your air conditioner has been running. The evaporator core gets covered with road grime, grease, and oil that gets drawn into the system while we drive. That road grime, grease, and oil collect hair, bug parts, and other debris and hold it in the evaporator core. Of course, all of this debris builds up and obstructs the passage of air through the system. And more. The grease, grime, and oil cover the cooling fins of the evaporator core, and that means they can't cool the air the way they were designed to. What this means to you is quite simple. Less air from the vents, and the air you get is not as cold as it should be, or as clean as you want it to be. Let me show you some of the material we collected from a car recently while treating it with DWD2. Can you believe your eyes? This is what you and your passengers breathe every time you turn on the fan in your car. Right now, auto air conditioners are where water was about 6 years ago, when everyone started asking, "I'm drinking what?" Now we know what is growing in the evaporator core, and we're starting to ask, "I'm breathing what?" It is easy to see why children are getting more respiratory illnesses and allergies, and even adults are developing allergies. It just isn't healthy.
Tonight, a new way to deal with a potentially toxic situation. Dirt, grime, and germs being spewed by your car's air conditioner. Alan has the details in tonight's UPN News 13 Health Center.
In the Health Center tonight, ever notice a strange smell coming from your car's air conditioner? If so, some scientists believe it could pose a health problem. Now, a businessman in Orange County is capitalizing on the problem with a product he claims clears up the source of so-called sick car syndrome.
We all want to breathe healthy air. I think we deserve it.
Yet, recent reports in scientific journals have suggested the air in our cars isn't always so healthy. The problem? Dirt and grime trapped here, deep in the belly of the air conditioner evaporator core.
This screen catches everything, dust particles, road grime.
And according to scientists, mold and bacteria that can trigger respiratory infections. Last year, the American Society for Microbiology recommended drivers who notice a funky smell coming from their air vents have their evaporator core removed and flushed out.
That means you have to dismantle the ventilation system of your car.
A big job that can cost up to $1,200. Anaheim entrepreneur Ramiro Moreno is peddling a cheaper alternative.
We clean it without removing it.
How? With this. It's a grime-busting foam called DWD2. This display model shows how it works. First, the foam is injected into the AC.
The fan blows the cleaner through the evaporator core.
After several minutes, this is what comes out.
What cleans the evaporator is the surfactant in the product. That's what breaks down the road grime, mold, and mildew. It's like a soap. It breaks it down and dissolves it.
By the way, DWD2 treatment is performed by mechanics and costs about $100. It's available through the service departments of most car dealers.
When DWD2 is used to sanitize an auto air conditioner system, it washes out the bacteria, mold, spores, and fungi. But it does more. It dissolves the road grease, the grime and oil, and washes out along with it the hair, bug parts, and other debris that accumulates in the evaporator core. DWD2 removes the obstructions in the airway and cleans the cooling fins of the evaporator core to restore their cooling efficiency. Now your air conditioner system can operate like it was designed to when it was new. And this means you'll get more air, colder air, and cleaner air for a more comfortable, healthier environment inside your car. That is why DWD2 is so important. To a mechanic or to an automobile technician, DWD2 is regular maintenance for the AC system on a car. But to the driver and to the people who ride in a car, well, DWD2 is health maintenance. Now we've seen how it works, and we have an idea how this can benefit you. The difference between all other products and DWD2 is, well, there is no other products that does exactly what DWD2 does. I guess you could say it's like using cologne to cover up body odor or taking a bath. DWD2 is taking a bath. We invite you to take a step to protect your car and your health and the health of your passengers. Ask for DWD2 by name.